Good morning, my friends. This is VJ Franz K. I'm doing a quick unboxing of the Roland Creative Sampler P6. So let's take a look. This is again part of the mini AIRA series of small music devices. It's designed to make the classic Roland devices appear in a more portable, ready-to-travel sort of situation. So they're ready to jam, and a lot of these are sort of a smaller reimagining of one or more Roland or other type of machines. So here is the P6 inside the anti-static wrap here. So it has these 6 sample buttons, obviously, and you can load those up with your own samples of choice. So get different sounds to use. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in because there is no built-in speaker on this device. So we have to amplify it if we want to do anything, but these buttons, the sampling button is right there. Power it on with a switch right here, and it is powered and charged by USB-C. There's an in and an out on the back with MIDI. Bring in my polygons here, my icosahedrons is the official name of these. Here I will bring my cable and connect it right here to the headphone jack. And now activate. Oh yes, we have to turn the volume up, of course. So 6 may not seem like that many, but you can do a lot with 6 samples. But in this case, there are also slice samples. So obviously begin the example track here. Use the buttons in an obvious way. So if I hold the shift button here, I am muting my individual samples here. And it's interesting, I have the kick drum, but then also that voice included on that. So then here is snare part. Oh wait, I see. Perhaps there is a second bank. Oh, right. So A, E, B, F, C, G. See, each of these are different banks of samples. So So we have these, and then we can change the pattern. Let's see, how do we do this? Obviously, the other mini AIRAs work similarly. So I can hold the pattern here, and it says pattern 101. So there it is, but I could go to bank 2, bank 3, or bank 4. So to go to the second pattern, I press bank 1, but then also then move to 2. And it's sort of a continuation, I guess, of that. So here is what sounds like another beat. But I guess they're all accessing the same set of samples here. It's a very unusual and different way of working. And from what I've read, I don't really like it. I don't think it's enough samples, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because I got this because it fits with the others. It's got a good form factor. So scatter is one of my favorite effects on the other Roland devices. Let's see, how do I change my? All right, you see, I'm still changing the pattern there, so I need to get out of pattern mode. So that's started. If I do this, can I change the scattering? No, I'm changing the tempo. See, that is one of my problems with the new mini AIRAs. And a lot of these smaller Roland machines is that there are not enough controls to access the effects that you need. So here's my looper. So that's a kind of pitch warp. Oh, I see. So this is a pitch shift. So it's shifting up or down. Now these three controls are kind of like the SP404. And I'm sure that's intentional because the 404 is very popular. So that's an MFX, mastering effects probably, and then filter. Very noisy filter. And a looper. Alright, so. Oh, so that turns the looper on. Okay, so this is the DJ effects looper type of thing, which is popular on the SP404. And you turn it on and off with one of the knobs, and I also think that is a bad control method because you really should be turning it on and off with a button, not a knob. But that's the way they like it. Let's see. And then a delay here. Add some echo, subtle or extreme. Sounds good. Let's see, reverse. So. Okay, well, that is going to get tiresome fast, but anyway, let's see. Let's change to, so, use of kind of atmospheric patterns there. Anyway, so let's see, we'll go to pattern number 2. So now that I'm in pattern number 2, I can go to part bank to number 5. And yes, as people have said, it would be great to have a full screen with digits and everything, pixels, so you could know more what you were doing on a device of this complexity. But so that is the so anyway, let's see. So we'll go now to pattern bank 4, and we'll start at 16. Maybe that will be blank. Turn off pattern there and play. So yes, it seems to be blank. So let's see, we'll go back to. So here is a nice kick drum that they have preloaded it with. And yes, with samplers, you're going to sample a bunch of stuff, and it has a built-in microphone. That's nice. So go anywhere, sample the sounds of the world, right? Not sure what that is doing there, but it's looping. Let's see if I hold shift. Okay, shift, that has reversed the sample. Makes sense. If I press lo-fi, let's see. Press lo-fi. Okay, that is reducing the bit rate or playback there. Here's pitch. What's going on here? The start and stop of the sample. The end, the level. Let's see, you'd think that was the volume. Turn off shift mode. Let's see, turn that off. Off. Delete. Okay, now we're back to sequence. So, can I now I can repitch. I don't know, somehow they managed to make the controls unnecessarily difficult on all of these. Let's see. So, controlling the sample end part and the sample start. So, yeah, standard sample territory here. So then, it's a nice sampled snare. So put those there. Now some of these, I know there's a feature where it allows you to slice down the samples to many different pieces. Oh, granular. What does that mean? So if I'm pressing 1 and then I press granular, so I can alternately make granulized versions of that sound there. Yes, I will have to read the manual, of course, but, you know, just simple unboxing here to start with. So, let's see, go to Bank B. Yo! Well, that's cool. Some sounds of traditional Japanese music from the theater. So this sort of wood block sound is neat. Change the pitch here. Then change the end a little bit. Sort of cut off that sound. Samplers are great. in the end, I've done a lot of my work using samplers just because the one thing about a sampler is you can never be totally bored of a sampler, because if you are, just get a different set of samples and or start changing around those samples in a different way than you did before, and the instrument you're bored of suddenly is new and interesting. So that is wonderful, and I love synthesizers too, because you can synthesize stuff, and often you want to synthesize stuff and then sample it. But yeah, you won't get bored, because with synthesizers there are some limits to what you can create. Every analog synthesizer has certain limits inherently in its design. And then the digital synthesizers, they are limited in, well, some of the same but many different ways. And the thing about digital is that you really can code. You can put whatever kind of code in to the device that it has the processor power for, and that the programmer has the will to do it, and then the memory storage and stuff like that. So it's like, you may hear me criticize a lot of digital devices and say they could do more, but there's a lot of truth to that by adding to the code, they can add more features. And see, I'm using the looper now, see, glitching out the kabuki drama here. Are you using the scatter on it? Oh, I see. So I'm a big fan of scatter. It's like, if you use it annoyingly, it sounds ridiculous, but if you use it cleverly and rhythmically, you can immediately add more interest to your performance. So that's good to have. Master Effects. So there it is, different adjustments. I'll read about that later. Pitch shifter. Wow, see, we've taken classic kabuki samples and already turning them into some sort of unusual techno situation there. So yeah, a lot of fun could be had. You could do resampling, and then why I bought this was because I have a couple other mini AIRAs now, and I thought we'll connect them all together for a nice jam. And then of course, when you have your small gear, like your pocket operators here, I have my pocket operator on a AIRA lanyard.